Hey everybody, this is Brent Bristow for Resin Maniacs doing a show and tell for you. And today I'm going to talk about a kit that I built and painted about 2 years ago. This is the Bride, produced by Starlighting Projects. Starlighting Projects is owned by Matthew Lawrence, and Matthew has a lot of great products and accessories, particularly things that create lighting effects. So if you're really into doing Frankenstein kits or kits based on old sci-fi B movies, things like that, you really should check out his projects because they are pretty amazing. You can find them at starlightingprojects.com, so check that out. So this kit was the first kit that he actually produced. This is The Bride, based on Ilsa Lanchester's portrayal of the Bride of Frankenstein. And it is sculpted by Robert Price. And it is based upon the famous iconic still photo of Lanchester, as you can tell with the way that the arms are posed. And the only change that he really made from that photo was he opened up the mouth a little bit, and you can actually see her dental structure, which is accurate to Ilsa Lanchester's dental structure. So it's a really accurate kit, and I highly recommend it. Now what you're going to see in front of you here is actually with the deluxe base, which includes the floor and the back. This doesn't come with the kit. And also another optional feature was the torch. Okay. Now the torch works with a battery pack back here, wired in, and then you have to paint and put together this part that you see up here. But it all goes together very easily and works really effectively in order to sort of create the illusion of having a torch behind your character. So it's really well done. So as far as the kit itself, I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that I did here. First of all, with her hair, of course, most of us probably know that Lanchester had auburn red hair. It wasn't straight up red, it was a sort of a brownish red. And so I based everything starting with a burnt umber and then built up the layers of red from there, so that way it has a more natural brownish red rather than looking like a clown hair or something like that. Sometimes you see some paint ups of this where it does look very bright red and seems a little unnatural. So that's what I did with this. And then as far as the gown and the sleeves go, rather than going gray with the bandages, what I did with this was I chose to go white, but I used a cooler white for the gown, starting with bluish grays and building up to white highlights. And then for the sleeves, I wanted a warmer white, so I started with like an ivory antique white, added some white highlights, and then used some burnt umber washes to make some shadows. So it creates an effect of two different textures, even though it's roughly the same color. So that's what I pretty much did on her. I used all Garage Kit US paints on the flesh. Was very pleased with how those came out. And then of course it's sculpted where the white on the shocks of hair on the side of her head are. And then of course with the base I did sort of a similar thing. I used a cooler gray for the stones behind her and then a warmer gray for the stones below her. Now for the nameplate here, what I did was I wanted to give the impression of black and white film because this looks like it is a piece of film. And so I used a light gray to base coat the back, and then I used some silver metallic waxes like a rub and buff in order to make all the letters pop out so you can see those. And it was very easy to do. I just sort of dry brushed it on until I got the effect that I wanted. It's going to take a couple of days for that to dry, so be careful, you know, touching it in the meantime. But once it does dry, then you can clear coat it just like you will anything else, and it'll be fine from there. I also used that on the side here, as you can see on this part here, to try to give that sort of metallic machine look of those reels. Okay. As far as the lighting goes, I used some clear reds and clear orange on the flame, and then I used different browns in order to make the torch look like it was made of wood, and in particular make it look like it was made of old aged wood. And then just drilled a hole, put it in, and everything was good from there. Now one of the things about this kit I wanted to show you is that the head and the arms actually attach with magnets. So you can move her head around a little bit, and actually it's a little loose right now. But the arms actually come with some options. You can either put on the arms like they are now, or you can take these off carefully. The magnets are very strong, you can see. So pull them off very carefully. And it comes with another set of arms that has her with her arms straight out. And you can see how strong the magnets are. They really pull themselves in there. Now, Matthew told me that these were created sort of as a joke between he and Robert Price. This is the same pose that Dr. Pretorius has when he introduces the Bride of Frankenstein and he holds his arms straight out. So that's what this was created for. So you can sort of mix and match. You could use both of these, the other arms, or one of each, whatever you wanted, if you wanted to customize your figure or just have it a little different look. All right, so that's pretty much it. I was very pleased with how the kit came out. It's definitely a kit worth investing. I believe it is still available. So check it out, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.